Here at FreightWaves, we're always looking to showcase the latest in freight tech. There are many great software solutions out there already in the transportation industry, but it takes a lot of expertise and industry know-how, and of course, programming knowledge to get them to work together and talk together. Until now. Redwood Logistics has recently released Connect 2.0, which allows you to easily connect and integrate various technology investments in a single platform. I sat down with Eric Rempel of Redwood Logistics to hear all about it. Welcome to the Technology Update brought to you by Redwood Logistics. I'm here with Eric Rempel, Chief Innovation Officer of Redwood Logistics. Eric, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Anthony. Great to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. One of the things that is really happening that's shaken up right now at Redwood Logistics is the Connect 2.0. And just kind of jumping into it, what's some of the pain points in the market that Connect 2.0 addresses?
Yeah, absolutely. Integrations are tough, and with over 300 TMS integrations under our belt, we've seen just about all of it. We've connected almost every system out there to Mercury and Oracle Transportation Management, and we've seen the same scenario play out over and over again, which is when an organization has a TMS investment and they need it to connect to the rest of their system, they don't talk to each other, deadlines are stretched thin due to competing IT priorities, IT departments are stretched thin enough as it is, and integration costs often spiral out of control because it isn't done right the first time. Not to mention the cost of legacy tech that prohibits deploying the latest innovations quickly, so that when you have a great idea on how to improve your supply chain, it's just too difficult to get it done.
Right, and Eric, you mentioned it a little bit here about communication issues from different programs not being able to connect with each other. How does Connect solve this issue?
Yeah, absolutely. So Redwood Connect simplifies and streamlines the systems integration process. And what we built is a drag and drop no-code platform that allows non-IT users to manage their supply chain with speed, security, and scalability. And it gives them the visualizations they need to understand what is moving in between the pipes of these systems in one place. And we made it so easy to connect our customers' businesses and to open up these flexible digital supply chains so that they can actually look at this plumbing or this connectivity between systems as an asset and something that's valuable rather than a necessary evil. And so what it really does is it allows our customers to double down on their technology investment in one seamless place. And it really does that by eliminating the integration risk and providing a clear path of the elimination of legacy debt. So it just makes it a lot simpler for organizations to connect.
Curious with Connect, if Redwood was solving an issue that they encountered, how does Connect help the greater industry?
I think what we just really wanted to do is support this concept of business in a box, support this concept of scalability that is really hard to build yourself and really hard to find out there. And what we wanted to do is create the single interface that lets people integrate without writing a single line of code or without needing specialists. We talk about democratizing innovation, we talk about simplifying things, but in reality, what it really does for the industry is it says, can we help you focus on your supply chain, not the plumbing of your data?
Right, and talking about the industry, how do you think Connect will change the industry?
Yeah, we certainly have high hopes for this, and we're working hard to make that happen. But it kind of goes back to the previous response. Until now, programs like this can only come together with massive transformation of IT departments, extensive coding. We talk about digital transformation, which has a different meaning depending on who you ask, and getting all of these specialists ranging from enterprise architects to API specialists to EDI specialists. And with Connect, our real goal is to democratize supply chain innovation. For example, we have a customer, Taylor Farms, and at first, our journey with them began with, they have a legacy ERP and they wanted to connect it to a TMS. So we did that, and then we also used Connect to integrate them with trading partners and their carrier network. Then they wanted a dock scheduling application, which we built out for them. Then they wanted geo-tracking and temperature sensing, and we kept adding these capabilities into their pipeline so that every time they wanted to innovate on a process that was already being streamlined, they didn't have to do anything. We already had the data flowing back and forth. So then when they wanted to keep adding things like SMS communication for yard summoning of a driver or adding a yard management solution as well, they didn't have to do anything. The data pipelines were already set up with Connect, and we just dragged it to another system, and the systems are talking. And it's that kind of change for the industry that allows people to think about the art of the possible. And with Redwood and Redwood Platform Services, we help make that happen.
Right, and it sounds like sky's the limit here, but Eric, I'm curious, what is the optimistic dream or vision you have for Connect's impact on the industry?
Yeah, I think about that a lot, and I think that there's a real chance for Connect to become the de facto integration tool. It's cost effective to run, it's incredibly secure, it's incredibly scalable, it deploys in minutes where each customer has their own private infrastructure where all of their data is private and encrypted just for them. It checks all of the boxes that CIOs care about for some sort of tool they want to bring into their organization. But what that really means is because we're democratizing it, we're giving small and mid-sized businesses the same toolkit that we're deploying to the large enterprises. And they're going to now have this cloud-led supply chain functionality that we are delivering, and we're going to democratize it and make it available for everybody. And what that really means is, like we mentioned, business in a box, it's plug and play, right? It's you connect to this, and it's engineered to deliver on that promise. So, for the organizations that already have a healthy infrastructure spend, they don't need to spend that on these types of investments anymore. They can start allocating those funds towards improving their business elsewhere and leverage Connect to simply plug and play to connect to their supply chain ecosystem. And that kind of impact is really felt everywhere by businesses, and not just the CIO and VP of supply or VP of supply chain, but the CFO as well. So we're honored to be a catalyst for that kind of transformation in our industry, and our hopes are it becomes the de facto tool for organizations to use when they connect anything in their supply chain.
Thank you so much for this interview and your time here today.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it.